time is 3 a.m., and you're watching a production of FAKE Public Access. That's right, relaxers. It's your boy Sean John Paul here, back in action. The manager at our local access studio quit, and the new lady said she doesn't see why I shouldn't be given a second chance. So I'm producing my Star Wars continuity roundup from an abandoned house in the woods that suspiciously still has power in one outlet. So, November 5th isn't just an exciting date because we will hopefully be getting President Ralph Nader, but because the true Star Wars continuity is back. The long-awaited 13-part, 5-hour, and 56-minute audio drama is finally coming back to NPR with Return of the Jedi. After years of enduring the new crop of various stories with various levels of respect for each other, the original extended universe is back, consisting of the Christmas special, movie novelizations, Splinter of the Mind's Eye, Lando and Han trilogies, and the NPR audio drama. As everyone knows, Lucas famously gave NPR the rights for $1, single-handedly saving the organization that only began in 1970. Famously having Mark Hamill back as Luke Skywalker, Anthony Daniels as C-3PO, Billy D. Williams as Lando, and John Lithgow as Yoda. That's right, the dad from Footloose.
Ryzen never his mind on where he was. What was he doing? What were you doing, eh, boy?
Oh, hey, listen, I didn't see it like that.
The last audio drama, released in 1983, written by Brian Daley, the legendary Star Wars writer who sadly passed away this February. But now, in November 1996, more than 10 years later, it has finally returned, much like Luke, to save us from these various competing continuities. You've got the Zonverse, that started in 91, with Heir to the Empire, retconning characters like the controversial Mara Jade into the original trilogy story. It started out strong enough, but the various other stories around it seem to contradict themselves. Zahn and Anderson famously fight over controlling continuity, with the Anderson acknowledging the comics, but the Zahn dismissing them. Whether it's who survived Jabba's sail barge or who got the Death Star plans, these new writers just can't seem to keep their story straight. The constant diminishing of Luke Skywalker's abilities is so annoying. I understand he is so powerful it makes him hard to write, but everyone is constantly rolling their eyes at how Luke is used. Seriously. With fans becoming frustrated with the new super weapon of the week, continuing with this year's book, X-Wing, The Kratos Trap, where we find out that, of Coruscant is actually a Death Star? Fans have found themselves pulled into different camps in the fractured Star Wars fandom. Why? So things are looking up, and rumor on the net is that Lucas is going to make prequels, and that is super exciting, and we need to talk about that, and how that will fit into continuity. Are we doing Alan Dean Foster NPR Christmas special timeline? Or the new Del Rey timeline? Or X-Wing timeline? If he goes with Zahn, arguably the most successful of the various continuities in the EU, Lucas will have to deal with the prequel continuity that Zahn has already laid down. And we know that the Clone Wars happened 50 years before Thrawn's time, and that Captain Pellaeon fought clones who were presumably trying to take over the galaxy after the Clone Rebellion, referenced in the Del Rey continuity. Or if he goes with the Anderson verse, we could learn more about those Dathomir witches, or Abeloth origins. This is if they let Lucas make any more movies, after the historic failure that was Return of the Jedi. That was famously such a flop, they couldn't even pay David Prowse, who played Darth Vader. Sad. November 5th, 1996, can't come fast enough. In John Madden, the director of the audio drama we trust.